It seems people of all political stripes are celebrating the results of Montreal's recent municipal election, where incumbent Denis Coderre lost in a major upset to relatively unknown candidate Valérie Plante. You might remember that Liberal Mayor Coderre once okayed dumping 8 billion litres of raw sewage into the St. Lawrence River, all while being against building the Energy East pipeline. And even though he rallied against the project that would transport Alberta oil, he had absolutely no problem with his province taking in the billions of dollars worth of transfer payments generated from the industry. So of course it makes sense that the right is happy about his demise. And Valérie Plante is the first female to take the position of mayor in the 375-year history of Montreal. According to the left, glass ceilings have been shattered, and this was a major victory. Plante even boasts that half of the candidates who ran under her leadership for Projet Montreal are women, and has promised the city a brand new pink transit line that would feature famous females at its 29 stops. So yeah, if you haven't guessed already, Valérie Plante is yet another progressive to take a seat as the leader of a Canadian city. And it's no surprise, since she was exposed to political issues at a young age by her feminist mother and became involved in political activism through her studies in anthropology, in which she later earned a degree. And not only is Plante a progressive, but she's an environmental activist that actually celebrated the collapse of the Energy East pipeline along with Denis Coderre and has publicly protested hydraulic fracking. Plante's party, Projet Montreal, was formed by environmental activists in 2004, but former leader Richard Bergeron warned just before the election that it had strayed too far left, perhaps under Plante's direction. She's also on the board of directors at left-wing think tank, the Broadbent Institute, founded by former leader of the federal NDP, Ed Broadbent. It's an organization that churns out progressive politicians, advocates for social justice issues, and putting a stop to toxic politics and the dangerous rise of the radical right. But we all know how progressive policies turn out. They're often designed to help people, but really end up hurting them. We need only look to Alberta for evidence of the destruction brought to you by left-wing policy. And you know, this might all sound so familiar, and it's because it is. Plante is like a municipal version of Rachel Notley, complete with calling for a hike in Montreal's minimum wage, and through her husband, who she met at a protest march and has union ties. Plante didn't win this election simply because she's a woman, though. In fact, she's charming, accomplished, and she ran a well-organized campaign. We actually hope she does a good job. But underneath all of this, she's just another left-wing activist who went from the protest line to being in charge of the second largest city in Canada. So while conservatives may be happy to see Coderre go, it's no cause for celebration, considering who's taking his place. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to visit our website, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter if you haven't already, so that you don't miss the other side of the story that you're just not going to find anywhere else.